Lots of times you see trash and furniture that's been dumped along the road or out on the mesa, and you think to yourself, who would do that? Well, we caught someone who did that. Someone who absolutely should know better than to do that. News 13's Alex Goldsmith has the story.
Not unusual at all. That's what's sad. See this everywhere out here.
It's a part of Rio Rancho near the new downtown where the pavement ends and the New Mexico desert takes over. That's where one man stumbled upon a sad but not unusual pile of trash. There's an old couch, splintered wood, a box of clothes, a bunch of cardboard, a light bulb, and something else.
This guy's credit card bills and waste management bills are sticking out of the garbage bag there. I was thinking I would go home and give the guy a call and let him know he must have misplaced his big pile of garbage.
The name? Michael Mariscal. He's not just any litter bug, he's a state cop who lives in Rio Rancho. A quick check of his Facebook page shows what appears to be the same couch that was dumped. State Police Chief Pete Caceres tells us in a statement Officer Mariscal is now under internal investigation and that he doesn't tolerate or condone this type of behavior. Chief Caceres says he's making Officer Mariscal clean up his mess. As of this afternoon, still a bit of a work in progress. Officer Mariscal wasn't short of legal options to get rid of his trash. There's not one, but two landfills just a couple miles away from where he dumped his stuff. Estimated cost to dump it legally, less than $15 at each landfill. In Rio Rancho, Alex Goldsmith, KRQE News 13.
Under Rio Rancho city law, a person can be cited for illegal dumping if a bill or a magazine with their name and address on it is found at a dump site. It's not clear if Mariscal will be cited in this case.
She's one of the best players on her fourth grade team. It just happens to be a boys' team. But because she's a girl on a boys' team, she's been barred from a huge statewide tournament. Here's News 13's Alex Goldsmith with the story. Alex?
Jessica, the coach suspects the tournament isn't letting Jaylin play, not because she's a girl, but because she might be too good for the boys.
She flat out is a stud.
Why hold her back? Because she's a girl.
On the court, 10-year-old Jaylin Bates is a pint-sized superstar. She's got the speed, the skill, and the drive. Do you like playing with the boys?
Yes.
Why?
Because the girls didn't really give me a competition.
If there's not another team that she can go to where the competition is going to be equal so that she can continue to get better, why hold her back?
And Jaylin dreams big. What would that dream be?
To be in the NMBA.
And being a girl on a fourth grade boys club team hasn't been a problem until now. Last week, the organizers of the Southwest Salsa Slam tournament said her team wouldn't be allowed to play later this month if Jaylin suits up.
This is the first time we run into any of these issues.
According to the tournament rules, only boys are allowed to play on boys' teams, period.
They can go by any rules they determine, and these are the rules that they set.
In an email to the team's coach, Kevin Fry, tournament organizers admitted the rule hadn't been enforced in the past, but said it would be this year. Their argument, quote, if you allow a fourth grade girl to play on a fourth grade boys team, how do you stop a 6'10 freshman boy from being allowed to play on a freshman girls team? So right now, Fry's team has to either play without Jaylin or not play at all.
To me, it doesn't make sense.
Coach Fry and Jaylin's parents are fighting that decision, hoping tournament organizers will bend their rules.
She's worked hard to get where she's at, and I don't think it's fair for somebody else to hold her down.
An attorney is helping the family fight to let Jaylin play at that tournament. That attorney tells me he'll file for an injunction sometime this week. Back to you, Jess.
Okay, Alex. Oddly enough, the same organization that says girls aren't allowed on boys' teams for this tournament let Jaylin play with the boys at their last tournament in November.
Good evening. Our coverage of the 2014 election continues tonight. New Mexico voters overwhelmingly voted to return Governor Susana Martinez to her job as the state's governor.
No surprises as she easily won re-election. Here is a look at the results. The governor beating Gary King, a Democrat, by double digits. Governor Martinez gave her victory speech just a while ago. News 13's Alex Goldsmith is with the Martinez campaign tonight. He continues our team coverage from the Uptown Marriott. Alex?
Jess, the confetti and balloons didn't fall until a little bit after 10 o'clock, but this was a done deal pretty early on. The Martinez camp was celebrating, and they were celebrating early. During Martinez's acceptance speech, victory speech, whatever you want to call it, a big theme was promises made, promises kept.
I promised that we would have the courage to take on the status quo. Promises to listen and lead. Promises to chart a different and better course for New Mexico. We've got a lot of work to do, but we've made important progress.
Now, this race was over pretty early tonight, but it also wasn't in doubt going into tonight. The polls showed Martinez leading handily all the way through. She significantly outraised and outspent King, and even in a heavily Democratic state, won here in a blowout. It was a good night overall for Republicans, too. Governor Martinez acknowledged some of that during her speech. The U.S. Senate now belongs to Republicans. But Martinez also looking ahead to the next 4 years. She may be dealing with a GOP-led state house, something Republicans haven't had since the 1950s. We'll see how that one ultimately shakes out. But for now, the Republicans, especially Governor Martinez, celebrating tonight after a monumental win. Back to you guys.